Sunny and Ratchet, we're here to chat.
Did you get any male perspectives?
What is?
Did you talk to like?
No. I mean, we've talked in the past, but did I prepare for this?
No, either. So I was just like, oh, dating, got this.
Hey, welcome to Sunny and Ratchet, your go-to spot for real talk and real laughs with your two favorite hosts who are spilling the tea, but not the wine. Skies might be big, but the opinions are bigger. This is where you'll find your weekly dose of drama and magic, always served hot and slightly chaotic. I'm the one that likes to tell it like I see it, and I'm the one who finds the silver lining, even if it's duct taped on. We're just two women from the Midwest, one the ever optimist, and the other a realist, just trying to keep the train on the tracks. So if you like gossip, world news, unsolicited advice, and good old-fashioned sarcasm, you're in the right spot. Is this Sunny and Ratchet? Pull up a chair and let's get into it.
Hey,
Hey. Hey, I'm Sunny,
I'm Ratchet.
and we're here today to talk to y'all about dating in your 30s and 40s. Oh,
1 star, do not recommend.
it's different, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's like, I hate this because I'm getting so tied up. It's like, it makes me feel like, gosh, I feel like I'm a kid again. Not in a good way.
Okay, so we've already. I was very young when I got married the first time, so I didn't do a lot of dating before 16. But it was
That is true.
easier. It was so much easier. Literally, a guy would pass me a note in the hallway. I like you. Or I had one senior just like pulled me in to this little alcove between the lockers and kissed me and told me I'm his girlfriend. That was awesome.
Wow.
That was awesome. But yeah, it was.
Wait, did you know this person?
Some process there.
Okay.
But I mean, he was a senior. I was a sophomore. He wasn't lead.
Yeah, but there was like some attraction. It wasn't a stranger, and you're like, okay.
No, he kissed me and I was like, okay.
I just want some details. That sounds great, though. It sounds like some sort of like romantic, culmination to the thing. Will they, won't they?
I guess there was a reason why he was a senior and in my class.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like when you're younger, it's more like, well, with this, when you're older, it's like we fit into each other's lives because there's so much going on with me and so much going on with them.
Yeah. That leads into that. Baggage.
Baggage.
Dating
Yeah.
in the 30s and 40s, you cannot find anybody who doesn't have baggage. And if you do, congratulations. But what I was trying to get at the storyline was after my second marriage, dating that time frame and dating when I was in high school, 100%. There are so many steps that I didn't know existed out there.
So Mr. Sunny, he's had some stuff, but I would definitely say I came in with a lot more baggage.
I could say the same, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It's like you told me, actually, when we were.
Because we all have baggage. Everybody has baggage.
Yeah.
And it's about finding somebody who's going to be able to say, like, despite all your bullshit, I still love you.
Yeah. So you and I have a mutual friend who he dates quite a bit, but like doesn't serious, but part of he's always just kind of wanted to see the world and travel around and have, a girlfriend to just, travel along with them. No interest in kids,
100%. This is a very unique individual because He has the energy of a 15-year-old.
Well, he does. He does.
If for some reason my amazing husband decides to leave me or he dies, God forbid, I'll never do it again. It was that traumatic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really bad. Sometimes it's really great. Most of the time it's really bad. Oh yeah, yeah. If we're still friends with you after we've been on a date, you're one of the good. But then
Guys,
well, I think it's okay. I think like some people, like I've been talking to teenagers about this, like they get
how
upset.
does that feel? Teenagers. Well, sorry. Tangent.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's a win. Like Speed Racer, I was kind of talking through him with some, troubles because he felt like he and his girlfriend weren't communicating. And so I gave him some advice and he came back later. He's like, "Thank you, Mom, so much." And I was like, "Oh my God, I did something right." Really made me feel good, But I don't like a lot of kids, and especially, working in a middle school where kids are really young and dating, and then they'll get upset if kids like talking to somebody that they used to date and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be like that. I mean, obviously there's some like you need to use some personal discretion within yourself of
You're talking about the go code and that code?
maybe. No, I'm thinking some people where I'm like, no, we broke up and it's done.
I concur with most of what you said, but I feel like there is a loophole. Like, my ex is getting married mutual friend members.
Oh.
And I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, there's nothing there, though. Like, there was absolutely nothing there.
Yeah.
When I found it. So I was like, good. I mean, they had more fun than me and my ex. So, yeah. It was like I hadn't had no pairs. So,
Well, I think that really is kind of the key thing, is it? And even if they do, it's like it's not like you can do anything about it. Everybody has their own free will. You just have to decide whether you're going to be pissed off or not.
right, yeah. Like, I do. I want them to be happy. I want them to eat, just not at my table.
Yeah.
So, Sunny, what was your best date?
Date was Mr. Sunny. So perfect. Yeah. He was like, and we met on our first date. We had, and we're talking. He was like, he gave me a few options, but just kind of like the description. And one was like, something. I chose the kind of weird artsy experience.
Not surprised.
Yeah, I know. Like the fact that he put that out there as an option, I was like, "Oh, you're cool." And so he got us tickets to go to he definitely was. I was like, "Oh yeah, he's super good looking." So go in, I meet him, we go do the whole Factory Obscura experience. It was really fun. It's like this playful, crazy, artsy first date. And then when we got done, decided we still want. So we went to dinner. It wasn't the parlor. Collective. Yeah. Still weren't done. So we went to Pie Chunky, got dessert. It was a great time.
My first date, my best date was with this guy. I had met him in one of these, I think I'd met him online. He was in one of those single groups, whatever. And he asked me out, and he was okay. So I said, cool. So he asked me to his house. I go there, and he has this whole entire like set up in front of the fire. It's like he put his table up there. He cooked
Wow,
like
he was
steaks.
planning.
He had candles. He had music. He had dessert. He was finishing cooking, so he cooked us a meal. And then he had wine, and he was a gentleman. And then we slow danced in his living room, and it was great. Like I felt very special.
Because I was just thinking that sounds like husbands could do that, and
I guess it's a guy thing. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Wait a minute. My husband did do that.
Sharing notes, which I don't know, might not be a bad thing, See, I love that like unique stuff, because I've had plenty of nice dates where we go out to dinner. Yeah.
What are your worst dates?
Mhm. Ah, okay, that's one I can think of. I was talking to a guy and, I was looking to have like a date for New Year's. I don't know, whatever. And so I was talking to somebody, different things. I was throwing some things out there. He's like, yeah, let's do that, and okay. Then it was like, man, I can't wait till New Year's. I don't feel like that should be the first time we meet each other. Right? Like he was, like he even at one point talked to his daughter about I have a son, and that her daughter said, "You mean I might have a brother?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is our first date. Like, I can't with you. Like,
No.
yeah, yeah.
No.
Like it was so much. Like he could be funny, you know, but he was so over the top, and he had like pushed the date too soon, and he was like talking about stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
so when I was dating, I really tried to leave my son out of it as much as possible. Like let people know enough, because like it's a factor, you know. That's how I am.
Oh, 100%.
So and it was too much. And then like at the end of the day, he's like, I feel like I should kiss you, but I don't know. Like, is it okay if I kiss you? And I was like, so he kissed me, and I was like, wow. Suspected there's nothing, there's nothing. But he didn't feel the same. He was still like, oh yeah, and stuff. And like wanting to go on a date again, set a date and push it. Just said, you know what? Too much. Like but he was like that anyways, like about anything. Anytime I'd set up a like, hey, slow down. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, I get it. And then it was like, zoom, full steam ahead. And I was just like I've been on dates where it's like, yeah, I'm not super attracted to this person, but like please calm down.
Gosh, I don't know where to start. I did have a date, and I mean, he was a little overweight as well, but he was a ginger. I thought he was decent looking and stuff,
Mhm.
But when I get there, I'm looking around and I don't see him, and then I see this man waved hi, and I'm continuing to look around like, where is this dude?
Oh Lord.
And he's like, Chris, and I'm like, yeah. And I was like, hi. He looked nothing like his picture. Like he went from being, like a redhead, to being somebody who had to sit on a bench and had like white hair, and like 10 years had gone by since that picture.
See that stuff's not okay. That's why like the guy, my second, he was super skinny. It was like it was an old picture. Like so with Mr. Sunny and I think we asked each other like, how did you feel like the picture
Matched, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little different, but
That might be the same thing for men though, with
Yeah.
women and all the filters and makeup and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what a lot of guys come to filters. And it does, it changes your face and
It
stuff.
does your whole structure.
Yeah. Like, and honestly, like I don't care when, people do that. They're just, mama's single and mama needs a break. Not gonna be a date.
I mean, I did. I had rotation of guys. And when I was single, I'd be like, oh, who wants to go out with me tonight? Like, here's volleyball. So, but there was this one date that he wanted to play me a song. Okay, that's like my teenage dream come true. Yeah.
Right.
So I go over to his house, and he wants me to sign his amp or whatever it is. I'm like, sure. My name is on
Okay,
there, too.
so you know my first question. Were there like a whole bunch of female names? Was his ample hookups?
I was nervous. So, and I signed this, and I know there's a lot of other names, whatever. He's a really good guitar player. And then, we start making out, stuff like that. It's like, I'm gonna get you pregnant. What? I'm gonna get you
Oh,
pregnant so you can't leave me. I'm like, whoa, like, no.
no. Did it become a dangerous situation?
Or it's like, I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm like, well, it was really nice to meet you.
Mhm.
And he starts kissing me again. And I'm like, indulging it. And then next thing I know, he's like, did something, and I'm on the ground. And he's like kneeling over me. All I know is that my flip flop was right next to me. I had my flip flop, and I hit him in his head like 3 or 4 times.
Oh,
So
that is unfortunately like
it's a scary world out there, and I hate that. I hate that all around. It makes me want to rage.
mhm, mhm.
But dating in your 30s and 40s, like, it comes with everything. I mean, it's
Mhm.
you're coming out of a relationships already. You're coming with children. You're coming with mental baggage and debt, and I mean medical issues,
Mhm.
and you're trying to find somebody who's going to love all of this.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of fish, but some are dead and rotting.
For me too, like in the dating scene, I found plenty of people like you.
So I don't. What is some advice you would give somebody who's, a mature adult who's getting out there for the first time in decade, 2 decades, because their life is they're just trying to build it back up. What is one piece of advice that you would give that man or woman?
Mm. Well, I would say know yourself. Top advice I give anybody that's gone through a breakup that's coming to me, because I think a lot of people, the tendency is to get back out there too soon because you enjoyed the aspects of the relationship. We all lose a little bit of ourselves when we,
Mesh with somebody else.
yes. And so people think they can do casual dating.
I tried. That was good.
Well, I mean, and there are some people that can casually date. They can. But if you're hurting, you can't do it. Because if you're dating, you're still thinking about what other people think of you, and you really you have to
That's a very good point. Yeah.
in order for you to have a healthy relationship with someone else, both people have to be able to stand on their two. And so you have to get to a point where you're standing on your own 2 feet before you can really have any kind of healthy, whether it's casual dating or whatever, because if you're hurting, you're gonna be hurtful. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that saying, and I've told it to my husband a lot. Like when we were dating and stuff, it's like I want you in my life, but I don't need you.
Mhm.
I want you in my life,
Mhm.
but I don't need. I've lived without you before. I could do it again.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think that sometimes people romanticize that whole I couldn't live without you. There's a lot of love stories in fiction and stuff that are that way, but that's not healthy. It's not. I can't like don't want to live my life without Mr. Sunny, but I've been to hell and back a couple of times, and I know that
You can get through it.
yes, yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say it won't scar. Like, I won't have like residual scars from it, but
Mm.
I could definitely. I mean, I could live my life because I know who I am. Like you were saying, like
Yeah.
I know who I am, and I know what I stand for, and I know what I want, and how I want to be treated, and what I expect.
Mhm.
And thankfully, I have a partner who respects me enough, and I respect him enough. We can love each other through it all.
Mm.
Because I do have a lot of demons.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Do. We do. We do.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying. No, I think we. But yes, you do. And I know.
That is
Uh,
some good advice I would give people who are just starting to date as an adult with responsibilities of adult children. Know what you can handle. So if you get like a 12-stage clinger, is that something that you can handle? If not, back off.
Mm.
If you have a career that requires a lot of your personal time, just make sure it's known. Just know what you can handle and be upfront about it.
yes. Yes. The being upfront of
Ooh, I've got a big story about this.
Yeah.
Tell me. So I started on Plenty of Fish, which I have stored so many dick pics. I'll say unsolicited dick pics. It is inappropriate to send an unsolicited. Don't say, "Morning, hun, send me your schlong."
exact. I think that is the key word, unsolicited. If it's solicited,
Yeah, like doing something like
yeah.
100%. That's totally okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a file. I have 2 other phones that I've saved, and they have a folder in each of them with unsolicited pics. And not only that, but I would take these pictures that they would send me, and I would send it to my friends,
Mhm.
and they would all rate it. And I would take all these ratings, and I would send it back saying, "You got a negative 2-star because your shirt is stained and your room is a mess." Or, maybe it's time to go see a group. I got So yes, and then one day, I don't know when, but I'm going to those coffee books with all of these pictures of all of these dick pics that I've got, with all the ratings that I'd gotten for them. And I want to be like, I'm gonna make it into one of those, nice expensive coffee table books.
Put some of the reviews next to it if you still have them.
God, I got cussed out so many times when I'd send that back to them. Some of them didn't learn though, and they would send the same picture. It's the same picture. Can't even be creative about it.
Oh my! I had like this one really good. Like they're like this is pretty fantastic. I have like a very excellent boner. I'm gonna save this and send it out. Like that's really sad, because they're probably like sending out their like top 5-star picture that they.
And I'm reading.
You're like negative. Be a groomer.
So if you've sent me unsolicited dick pics,
Oh Lord.
like Coke cans, like next, like to do sizes, Coke cans, controls, and I'm like, hey, but what about the room?
It's really sad if they're like doing like a Coke mini trying to make sure it's. They're trying to do these optical illusions, like
Show them without being solicited first.
Yeah.
If she asks for it,
oh, send it, but only if
Game
she
on.
asks. Yeah. So my weirdest dick. It's not bad. Like some people are gonna be like, "You are such a dork," but I kind of wasn't told until the pants came off that he had like that seeing through the head. I was like, "What's to do?"
what did you do with that?
Well, the obvious thing, okay? But I was taken aback. I was like, could you not have warned me that this is not that like this is like I don't even like know, like, am I gonna like gag on it? Should we not do that? Like I don't like I was like, what is this?
I am afraid of those. So I've had guys who have said that was an automatic. Like I will not let you my vagina. It's not gonna happen. I'm just afraid because those like with the piercings and stuff like that, I'm like,
Oh
thank you,
gosh, you
germs.
got yeah.
And I'm like, I don't mean you could have showered this morning. But all of those little crevices where those balls hit, it's just been sitting there and growing, and I do not want.
Yeah, seeing that I was like, what am I gonna do with that?
Oh yeah, there's
But-
plenty of men who have them,
yeah.
so I'm assuming.
But this guy wasn't like the kind of person that I don't think he had any piercings except What tattoo?
A story as to why, like what prompted him to do that? Because I'm assuming it's going to be incredibly painful.
Well, outside and like I guess a freak in his pants or something. Like I don't.
I'm with you.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, listen, I'm being some Jezebel. You contacted me. It just was too weird. Yeah. You know, Mr. Sunny and I, we had a great first date, but we, things kind of went forth because I was at a place where I knew I was ready to date again, but he was kind of pretty recently divorced, and I kind of trusted him to know himself, because he at least had been honest with me about that. Um, Definitely led to a lot of kind of struggles at first because he was figuring himself out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't regret it because it all ended up okay because I was like, I know the situation isn't ideal, but this guy is like he's great. He's a good catch, and I have dated a lot of No, we kind of went through all that, but now, like this morning, actually, when I was getting ready, I was thinking, man, I'm so lucky. I get to wake up next to him every day. It made my heart happy. So,
I love that.
yeah. My story's perfect.
No story is perfect, but yours. Mine. Like
Yeah.
your story is perfect for you. My story is perfect for me.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have like all of our ups and downs. Like one thing that he keeps saying to me is it didn't matter which road we took, it always led back to each other.
Oh,
So even when we separated and started dating other people, didn't matter because we always ended up back. And then I dug my nails in and I was like, that's it, you're mine, we're done.
so a lot of that we know and stuff, part of their story is meeting, dating, one or the other freaked out and broke up, took some time apart, came back together, and that's just kind of the part of the dating when you're old, like you've been through
That's a
trauma.
good point. Yeah. Because that's a lot of yes.
Yeah.
Like what's up with that?
Yeah, like you
Gotta make sure that this is the one. So you gotta go and find her out.
yeah. But I mean, divorce is really traumatic. Even when you're doing your best to get along, it's really traumatic to break apart from somebody that, because when you get on that altar or at that restaurant with your best friend officiant there, whatever, like you mean it forever. You don't just get married with the idea of getting divorced.
I think I took out my teen angst when I was dating when I got divorced. Because I was like, all right, I'm free. I'm up. And it was like I had only one child at home and like because the other ones were grown and doing their thing. And it was the very first time in my whole entire life that I've ever been on my own. It was hell.
A
lot of panic attacks.
My first husband was like my first project. So I had only dated. And then being divorced 8 years later, like I'm like, so this is totally different. Like I have a kid. I'm not chaste anymore, and I was like, only been with one dude. I was definitely not ready to like date someone exclusively after that. I was like, I need to I had to figure out myself. I also was like, we had a kid, so that's, done with. And
It is a new world. And honestly, I learned really fast that first meetup, date, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I didn't want to owe anybody anything, not kiss, nothing more. I didn't want them to be, something in their tone to make them assume that I was indebted to them because they paid for a meal. So that very first date, I was unless they got to the bill first, I had to pay for the whole damn bill. Or I told them upfront, like, Or coffee dates. Coffee dates were a big thing for me. Like when I was meeting somebody for this time, I was like, let's go to Starbucks. I would get there early and just order home. Be first.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like women need to remember that we fought for equality.
Mm-hmm.
We fought for equality.
Mm-hmm.
That means that no one is responsible for your dinners.
Yeah. Don't be trying to get free meals.
Because I do that from men a lot that, they were like, it's just, you're dating for a free meal and then you never hear from them. I think that's trashy. I don't care. I don't care how pretty you are. That's trashy. Yeah. Did you get any male perspectives?
What is?
Did you talk to like?
No. I mean, we've talked in the past, but did I prepare for this?
No, either. It's not like I was just like, oh, dating, got this. I got this.
Well, I do think of it though, like I think of it from a male perspective because I have a son who's dating, and he is he's like my girlfriend will never pay for a meal. And I'm like, I don't think
It's okay if that's how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's not like I don't know. I mean, if that's how you are, and that's. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it is his decision. It is his decision. But he's very traditional. He's more traditional than me. But then it gets, we live in a world where it's not just straight up male-female relationships. Where do the rules go with that? There are no rules. Like, I don't know. Maybe we'd have to ask somebody else. Actually, she was asking me, she said, are you ever going to give me the birds and the bees talk? And I said, am I qualified to? And she's like, well, I don't know, maybe the birds and the birds talk. I said, well, I have plenty of friends. Birds and birds talk. You might have to actually explain it to me. Like, well, you know how things happen. So, but I can't explain that one to you. Wild world out there.
Sex. I'm like, okay, let's talk about sex. So this is what happens. And I was like, it feels great. It feels amazing. That's what people do all the time. However, these are your consequences, and it's not just pregnancy. So I pulled up images of all the sexually transmitted diseases I could find. Penises. My son told me that he couldn't touch a girl until he was 18. 18.
I mean, it's keeping it real.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think this went all over the place. But I loved it.
It was a fun one.
Dating is hard, but it's fun, obviously.
And we'll chew the fat. The good, the
Screaming into the
bad,
void.
the downright wild.
/shouting it.
Life uncensored.
Either one. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Every Friday 6 on the
All right.
dot.
Bye.
We're serving truth